Welcome back.
Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury's on hold for now. Both have mandatory challenges to face.
In boxing, only risk shall bring reward.
Alexander Usyk.
An outstanding cruiserweight king finally makes his ascent to the true land of the giants, desperate to prove that he can not only survive, but thrive.
He knows he needs one, probably two, before he gets in the ring with Joshua.
I'm not so sure it does. I'm really not. And I'm not.
How would he fare against those men?
I think he'd struggle.
Though an established unified champion seeks to drag this dangerous dark horse from the shadows and destroy the myth once and for all.
We've got respect for each other, mutual respect, fighter to fighter. But when it comes down to competition, we're both beasts, we're both lions in the jungle, and the best man has to win. So
boxing fanatics crave the best fighting the best, the biggest men throwing down to decisively determine who reigns supreme.
He hasn't got the confidence to match his ability. I'm not saying he isn't confident. What I'm saying is this guy doesn't know how good he is.
In the latest episode of our Closer Look series, Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk clash on the cobbles of the road to undisputed. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
Anthony, I'm coming for you.
This is just a completely new world for boxing.
In December 2019, on the scorching dunes of Saudi Arabia, Anthony Joshua recalibrated his journey by mastering Andy Ruiz Jr. in their rematch.
Here we go, the game, switching it up. And the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
3 months later, bitter British rival Tyson Fury decisively took care of business against Deontay Wilder.
Fury is proving himself here, the best heavyweight in the world.
Nothing seemed to stand in the way of a money-spinning, undisputed showdown for the ages.
Anthony Joshua against Tyson Fury. Contracts have been signed. Don't you want this one? No, it can't be done. It can't be done. Well, guess what? I'm trying to get it done.
If that is Tyson Fury, let it be Tyson Fury.
But in the fickle world of professional prize fighting, things move fast in and out of the ring. Courtroom drama resulted in a third fight between Fury and Wilder, leaving Joshua to face his mandatory obligations.
Fighting AJ. I want to fight AJ. No interest in Deontay Wilder.
You know, his team, they let the whole boxing world down.
The Ruiz loss aside, AJ has always found a way to sail through choppy waters. Hurt by a cracking left hook early in the fight, AJ came back to stop Dillian White. Dropped by former division ruler Vladimir Klitschko in the 6th, Joshua was roared on to an 11th round KO by his Wembley faithful. Bloodied and bruised by the rapid combinations of Alexander Povetkin, the Matchroom star knocked him out in the 7th. In the face of adversity, Anthony Joshua finds a way to prevail.
So we know you are the WBO mandatory. Is that a fight you think you're ready for?
Если мне его дадут, конечно, я буду брать.
If you're gonna give it to me, of course I'm gonna take it.
Though Alexander Usyk is used to causing adversity, after 18 wins with 13 knockouts, the Ukrainian only knows the feeling of having his hand raised.
And making that step up into the heavyweight division where his intention is to do exactly the same thing.
Since a 2019 heavyweight debut, Usyk has been busy adapting to the power and size of his new heavyweight contemporaries. His agility, movement, and relentless engine poses a problem for any foe.
Underestimate that, they might not understand it, but believe you me, I understood, because as I said, I don't remember absolutely anything after round 8. The next thing I remember was waking up in the dressing room. Anyone who faces him in a lot of trouble. Only the very best and only the very biggest will find a way to beat him. He's great.
As it soon became apparent that Usyk would eventually step up to brawl with the big boys, the Eastern European assassin made no secret of the fact that his sights were set firmly on Anthony Joshua.
He has two options. One, to fight me, the other one to vacate and go fight Tyson Fury.
Alexander Usyk has just made
Super Series competition and unifying the belts at cruiserweight, taking the unbeaten records of Glovatsky, Breedis, and Garcia along the way, striding into the backyards of champions and challengers alike. This is no ordinary specimen. Postponed fights and niggling injuries made it a difficult heavyweight introduction for the southpaw, who first toiled past Chaz Witherspoon before taming the calculated charges of veteran measuring stick Derek Chisora.
Look down that barrel, look down that lens, and tell them what happened Saturday night.
Either we knock him out or he's going to quit on his stool.
Combination from Alexander Usyk. He's got his shot at a lovely left hand to the head from Usyk. Good action here in the seventh, and Usyk opening up. Now he's backing Chisora up. That's shaking his head. He definitely believes Alexander Usyk, who raises his hands. For me, the extra quality was with Usyk.
Now Usyk takes on the ultimate test of his next level credentials.
And the man that Alexander Usyk wants to fight next is right here.
What mark would you give yourself out of 10 tonight?
Sylvia? 3.
3 out of 10?
Yes.
Okay, so room for improvement.
Clock ticking, the plot thickens. What happens when we start working and stop wishing? We ain't never stopping the grind, we locked in this. No matter all the trophies we win, we not finished. Ain't no rivalry.
Dealing with Joshua's size advantages will be no easy task. 3 inches shorter and with a 4-inch reach disparity, Usyk will take encouragement from other smaller men who rock the heavyweight landscape.
This was the scene at the weigh-in this morning as World Cruiserweight Champ Evander Holyfield stepped up on the scale for the first time as a heavyweight.
Evander Holyfield flourished in his diminutive stature, rumbling with the best of a generation to achieve undisputed world championship status. Usyk is similar in size and dimensions to Joseph Parker, Dillian White, and most notably, Andy Ruiz Jr., who shook the boxing world with an upset victory. 3 years older, Usyk has built up a wealth of amateur and professional experience, but little in the heavyweight ranks.
He's an amazingly clever guy, and you've got to give him all the credit in the world. And I think we are looking at something special, but we'll see how special are when someone like Andy Joshua to hit you on the chin. Then we'll see.
Joshua's chilling 88% KO ratio demands respect. Even in the lower weight class, Usyk was not a one-punch destroyer. His more esteemed victims were outboxed and outpointed, worn down late.
Yet he hasn't shown me in the ring that he can hit a big man who weighs 250 pounds hard enough for them to stand off to stop moving forward.
The battle of wits in the corner will be fought out between 2 sets of experienced strategists. For Usyk, Yuri Tkachenko provides the calm head under pressure, while Joshua leans on longtime trainer Rob McCracken and recent addition Angel Fernandez for wise counsel.
A lot of people then again was thinking that he could never ever box that way, and I think Anthony could adjust to any fight, and I hope there will be again other changes, and other improvements in the next fight.